Welcome back to another episode with the Cascadia Overland crew. This episode is mostly about us camping next to the Ashnola River in British Columbia, Canada. Allison and I spend a relaxing couple of days here, backcountry camping before heading out and exploring some more. Though overlanding can include tackling obstacles and driving through rough terrain, that's just a small part of it. There's also tons of things like highway driving, and then of course, camping and relaxing. So join us for this episode for chill camping with the two of us and our dog Dante.
Go on, go to the river. Good boy. Go get it. Go get the water. Go get the water. Go get it. You can do it. You can do it. This is a cool spot. I mean, it's kind of secluded. It's not a front country campground. There's no campground really. There's campgrounds on the way here, but this one where we're stopped here, it's kind of secluded-ish. We'll take what we can get because we don't really know this area very well.
Okay, so we stopped at a Walmart and picked up some new pillows. Our camping pillows just were not doing it for us anymore. So we got some cheap pillows at Walmart and some pillowcases. And I specifically picked the camo print because it matches our new rooftop tent. So there we go. We got some pillows to sleep on with tonight. So my pillow's already a little bit dirty, but that's okay because what I also did was I bought these waterproof, allergen, whatever they're called, pillowcases to put the pillow in right away. So now I'm not too worried about if it does get a little bit dirty. I can just brush it off, and then if I really want to, I can take them home and throw the pillowcases in the wash.
Waterproof, mold-proof, mildew-proof,
yeah,
all that stuff.
So just to keep them a little bit safer, because sometimes pillows get thrown around in the car and end up filthy or on the ground, or they're always the last ones in and the first ones to fall out.
Okay folks, we're all set up. As you can see, we're gonna get the fire going in a few minutes here. We want to start the fire as late as possible just to maximize the wood that we have. Our kitchen's set up, as you can see, the stove and everything. The tent is set up, which was super quick to set up, as you saw earlier. I mean, it's fairly quick, fairly easy to set up. It does take a little bit longer to take down, but with the two of us, it's really not a big deal. But yeah, I think this is going to be a great spot. We're going to have a little bit of wind protection here as well, which is going to be really key. Very excited for that because last night it got kind of cold because of the wind. Here, there's going to be a lot of trees and even these rocks to block the wind for us. So yeah. So earlier, I lit a fire using the Bigfoot Bushcraft's quick fire starter things that are supposed to be waterproof. So I got some river water here, and I'm gonna completely soak it in the water. I don't know if you can see, but I'm gonna give it a nice soak and see if it still works afterwards. You know what? I honestly don't doubt that it will, just because it is coated in wax. So it doesn't matter if it gets wet. I think it's still gonna completely fine. The only thing I can think of is if you crack it open and expose the inside of the cotton, then it's not gonna light because the fibers will get wet. Okay, let's try it. So I crack it open, which is harder to do when it's wet, apparently. Give it a twist. Okay, so now see, the fibers are open, and I bet if those fibers get wet, it won't work. But why would they, right? You're not gonna crack them open and then get them wet. Okay, so I got two little pieces here. Damn. Don't tell me it doesn't work. Supposed to stay lit for 5 minutes straight. So I'm gonna see after sparking it if it's gonna help ignite a big fire for us. And I think it will. Honestly. Oh, it's smoking. I should get away from it. Now, I'm no fire expert, but that looks like a fire to me. Just gonna put this out there.
Ansel started the fire. It was always burning.
Ansel started the fire. So Dante has found some big animal bone. Honestly, it looks like the joint of a big deer or something. We've let him chew it up quite a bit now, but I think I'm gonna take it from him because his stomach's gonna get really upset if he eats all that bone. Like, that's a huge chunk of thing. So I mean, he's only chewed it a little bit. I think he'll be fine. It's just not too much, buddy. And good thing about having a husky, you don't really have to worry too much about ingesting bones and stuff, because I've had him for, well, he's 11 years old now, and knock on wood, he's never been to the vet for anything like that, and he's eaten loads of stupid stuff by accident or whatnot, just because we take him out so much, and he finds, you know, deer bones and deer antlers, carcasses of you know, little small animals. We try not to, like, I try to let him not eat it, just because I don't know what kind of diseases it could carry. In this case, this one's pretty, like, it seems like somebody was hunting and left the bone. Anyways, I'm gonna take it from Dante. He's gonna hate me in like 2 seconds. Yeah, it looks like somebody was out hunting and left a bunch of bones here. So I'm gonna get rid of this. Look at this guy. He just like pieces out every now and then. I mean, he comes right back when you whistle. I mean, not when you whistle, when I whistle. When Allison whistles. Oh, by the way, Allison can't whistle. But if I whistle, he comes right back. Hey, Dante, where did you go, bud? So Allison and I were just discussing, do we like river camp spots better, or do we like lake camp spots better?
My preference is river camp spots. I really like the noise of the river. I really like that the waves and the rapid noise. That's the word I'm looking for. So that's really nice. And usually the river camp spots have a lot of trees and rocks and sort of a little bit of shelter and stuff like that. So I do really like that. Though there is no view, which you get at a lot of the lake spots are usually much like more open. At least the ones that we've recently camped at, they've been like very open, not a lot of trees, and they can get quite windy as the water whips across the lake. So though I really enjoy going to those places and seeing the views, I do have a soft spot for these river spots where you can just sort of hang out, listen to the river, and that cancels out any of the road noise or anything else around.
So the simple solution is to get away from the road, Allison. Then you don't need to deal with road noise, ever.
Yes, but as I'm realizing with our overpopulated world, getting away from road and road noises is
getting tougher and tougher, right?
Well, especially as we're going out in our car and wanting a spot that is accessible by car. So if we can get there in our car, then there's always somebody with a bigger, fancier rig that can get there with their car. So unless you want to hike out to a spot.
Even so, if we can hike, somebody else can hike. You can see how physically fit I am.
Yeah, exactly. If we can hike there, so can somebody else. So
yeah,
it's, I mean, and then those are the choices, and we just try and do the best we can with what we've got. And so far this is a really good spot, and we've only seen like 3 cars drive by, so hey, winning.
I actually prefer spots with a view, and I find river spots are really good. I mean, this one's really nice. Okay, this is one of the better ones we've been to. Regardless of the access road behind us, I still think this is a really good spot. I really like whoever built this little fire pit. I think that's great. Usually, however, you're not getting a nice view. That's an issue for me. Like, I like the view. I like the viewpoints. You must have seen earlier that I was talking about that really beautiful spot with the field and the mountains behind it. I'm a sucker for that, right? And if you camped in that field, and obviously you can't because it's private property, but if you camp in that field, you're gonna get a lot of wind, okay? You're not gonna get a lot of privacy, because if somebody is driving around that area, like, they'll see you like right there in the middle of the field. But holy cow, that view, you know? It's usually flatter. It's usually, you know, parking your vehicles nice and flat, setting up chairs is nice and flat. I do like woods around lakes, just so you have access to easy and clean and good firewood. So hardwood versus the softwood that, you know, quickly burns out and dies. But that's just my preference. Now, if you have a preference, beach spots, mountain spots, lake spots, river spots, if you have a preference, tell us what it is, because and tell us why. What is your preference, and why is that your preference? Because we want to know. I want to know what you like and why you like it, and maybe that'll help change my mind as well, or help me go explore more places like that. I mean, realistically, we go explore wherever we can, right? But why do you like one kind of spot or one kind of camping over another kind of camping? You know, do you like a lot of trees around you? Do you like sand? I mean, I personally, I'm like Luke Skywalker. Was it Luke or Anakin who hated the sand? It was Anakin. I'm like Anakin Skywalker. I hate the sand. It gets everywhere, makes everything dirty. But if you like beach camping, I mean, let me know and tell me why you like it.
And where your favorite spots are.
Yeah, tell me where your favorite spots are. All of them. Send me GPS coordinates.
So, what makes a camping spot a excellent camping spot or a favorite camping spot? Now, as we've discussed, it really depends on who you are, what you enjoy doing, and what some of your core values are. For example, this is now one of our favorite backcountry camping days, even though there's no incredible view to stare at like we did by the lake in the canyons. Without getting too philosophical, it's about the memories we make and share that make this day special for us, Allison and I. So then, camping is about enjoying the simple things in life, like the warmth of this open-air fire, and the sound of the flowing river, and the plain hot dogs for supper. We spent the evening like this, relaxing by the fire and chatting away. Time seems to fly by when you're working, or watching a movie, or playing a game, but out here in the woods, time seems to slow down just a little bit.
How was your night?
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah, the pillows helped.
The pillows are nice, eh?
Pillows helped, and then we also did a middle of the night water bottle heat up that
Kept us quite warm.
yeah, they're still a little warm from that. It must have been quite late. But,
Yeah. Another day in paradise. It is so nice and sunny out. Look at that. We've got a morning fire going. It did snow a little bit overnight, but negligible. So we're pretty happy this morning. Hi folks, it is so warm today. I am sweating and feeling like I need to go dunk my face into that cold water. So that's what I'm gonna do. Welcome to Canada and the Pacific Northwest, where 1 minute it's snowing overnight, -5, and now it is warm as hell.
Sometimes you've just gotta throw some freezing cold water on your face. If you can't tell by my facial expression, it was really freezing cold glacier-fed water. But hey, now that I was feeling more awake though, it was time to head out and explore some more.
When you run out of luck, need to get unstuck, so go off. When you're up against the wall and you cannot fall, so go off, go off, go off. Go off, so go off, go off, go off. Go off. When you run out of luck, need to get unstuck, so go off. When you're up against the wall and you cannot fall, so go off, go off, go off. Go off, so go off, go off, go off. Go off.
Here we are on the road once again. So far, this season hasn't involved too much off-roading. So on the next episode, we're headed up a steep mountain to check out a rocky cave, which turns out is an abandoned mine that you can drive into near Headley, British Columbia. So that means there's tons of cool 4runner shots coming up. So check out this 4th Gen 4runner on the next episode, which will be the final episode of this season. So you don't want to miss that. See you then.